Hello everybody, it's your boy Proftrof and we're back in with a Dankula video. Oh jeez. Anyway, I said I was gonna do this one next and we're gonna do it. I know that this is gonna be an amazing video. The only reason I've not seen this one yet is because I kinda know a decent amount about this guy. About Xiaodong. I'm not sure how to pronounce the Chinese names, okay? I'm really bad with that shit. I've not met Chinese people in my life, okay? I've not interacted with anyone like that. Okay, this dude. A little background of what I know. He's an MMA fighter in China, okay? It's okay. Nothing, ooh, wow. But in China, they have this thing where their ancient martial arts, the normal shit that they study. I forgot what they were called, most of them. They don't really work correctly. I mean, they kind of do, they kind of don't though, for fighting shit. And so he called them out, and they were like, no, Chinese martial arts, best martial arts. They have this propaganda going. So he fought a couple of them, and it was not pretty. He decimated them. Like, it was not even fair. It was kind of like, oh Jesus, oh my God, that guy's gonna die. Oh fuck. So yeah, that happened, and then the Chinese government tried to censor him. They got him fired from his job. They lowered his credit score. They have like a credit score like in America, kinda, I think. I don't know. It's a weird situation. So let's see. By the end of the day, I think he did well for himself. Like, a lot of people helped him out, so I think he's good. I hope.
Yes.
He's a cool lad.
Fighting. One of the very many things that we, the Scots, invented, a cultural belief and national pastime. Families here have fought for generations. I will fight with you as my father fought with your father, as my grandfather fought with your grandfather, going all the way back to 1321 because one of your ancestors stole a cow from us.
A cow? A whole fucking cow? Yeah, you better fight for fucking generations. What the hell? A whole cow?
I don't care if it's been 700 years. Give us our cow back.
Yes.
But you get some people out there, like martial arts masters, who claim that they are so good at fighting that they can stop your heart beating using just one finger. Sounds like this man might be very dangerous. Or he's full of crap. But there is a man who has decided to make it his life's work to see if these martial arts masters are telling the truth or not, by challenging them to fight, often with hilarious outcomes. The mad dog, Xu Xiaodong.
Xu Xiaodong. Okay. I fucked it up. I fucked it up real bad.
But before we get into the mad lads, a big thank you to War Robots for sponsoring this
What?
video.
War robots? What's this? Please tell me it's not a mobile game.
In War
Please.
Robots, you're a mech pilot who collects and modifies robots and fits them with a range of weapons to fight and defeat your enemies. As a pilot, it is your job to choose the right mech for the job. Some are small and fast, and some are huge and strong, all of which can be customised with different weapons and skins. There are a lot of different game modes, 5 different factions to choose from, and 20 different pilots. And remember, if you want to win games, you can't just smash and bash. You have to be tactical. Click my link below to download War Robots and you will get a robot with a weapon, a unique skin, 100 gold and 50,000 silver. The combat of the game is very fluid and tactical, and I really enjoy the aesthetic of the game. They really nail the futuristic robot war vibe. So click my link down below and download War Robots. New sponsor. Show them some love. Click the link. Xu Xiaodong was born on the 15th of November 1979 in Beijing, China. In 1996, when he was 17 years old, he joined the Beijing Shichahai Sports School, where he trained in Chinese boxing, more commonly known as Sanshu. And it turned out that Xu was actually a very good fighter. He competed twice in the Beijing Sanshu Invitational Tournament, where in one of those he won first place. And after he graduated from the Shichahai school, he took up a position there as a Sanshu boxing coach. The earliest fight that we have on video of Xu Xiaodong is his 2003 match against Andy P, where Xu was very strong at the start of the match but ultimately lost through submission, as this was his first time ever fighting someone who was very good at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. After this fight, Xu decided that he wanted to expand his fighting abilities, so he started training in MMA. And then just a year later, he opened China's first ever MMA school. And then
Wait, he opened the first one? Wow.
a year after that, he hosted China's first ever MMA tournament. MMA already existed in China, but Xu was the guy that got the ball rolling and brought MMA into the mainstream and made it much more popular. Now, why wasn't MMA already extremely popular in China? Because something else was already really popular. Something that is embedded
What was it called?
very
I forgot what
deeply
that one was
in
called.
Chinese culture.
The whole fucking...
Kung Fu.
Wait, is this Kung Fu?
Everybody
I thought they had...
knows
Wait, they had another one. It's not just Kung Fu, they had another one.
about Kung Fu and all of the various
But yeah,
martial arts that come out of China. You've all seen the references, you've all seen the movies, you all know who Bruce Lee is. Everybody knows about Kung Fu. And in China, it's extremely popular still, with traditions going back hundreds, possibly thousands of years. And the masters of these martial arts are viewed almost as demigods in China. And a lot of people in China fully believe that these masters have supernatural abilities, mostly based on claims that the masters themselves have made, like saying that they can kill you without even touching you, or they can knock you unconscious.
I mean, who can't just shoot them in the head, okay? The bullet touched you, I didn't touch you.
It's with just a flick of their finger. And in China, questioning the status quo is something that is not really
I think.
allowed, because China is an authoritarian hellhole. But that didn't stop you from going all in on these masters, because he considered them to be frauds.
And they
So
are.
Xu just came right out and said that all of these supernatural abilities that the Kung Fu masters were claiming they had were all complete lies and nonsense. And Xu even took it a step further by saying that most Kung Fu style martial arts, well, they look really pretty and really fancy and they look really great on TV and in movies, were all actually completely useless in a real fight. This infuriated the martial arts community of China, who all claimed that Xu was lying about them when what he was really doing was exposing them. And Xu continued to sit on social media and meme and troll these guys and call them out. And one of the masters that Xu Xiaodong called out was a master called Wei Lei, who had claimed to have supernatural abilities. Xu called him out on social media, telling him he was full of crap, and Xu demanded to see proof of these supernatural abilities. Wei Lei was a Tai Chi master.
Oh yeah,
You
Tai
know,
Chi.
Tai Chi, that ancient Chinese martial art that you see mums doing in the park. Well, Wei Lei was...
Listen. These martial arts, Kung Fu, Tai Chi. Kung Fu used to be crazy, but I think they downgraded a lot nowadays after they stopped using it that much for war and shit. But Tai Chi is not a bad thing if you want to just, go and move your body and, keep in shape. If you want to learn to fight, probably not the best thing to go to.
Furious that Xu Xiaodong dared to call him out and dared to challenge his claim
Or
that he had
self-defense.
magic powers. How dare Xu Xiaodong say that Wei Lei is not a little magic man? So Wei Lei and Xu Xiaodong decided to settle their disagreements like men.
Okay, this is what I don't understand. Like, these guys, they know that they're bullshit, right? I mean, they must know that they're bullshit. Like, no one has magic powers. It doesn't work like that. And from what I see, from what I've seen the fights, I think most of them, and they don't know how to fight. Okay, they don't know how to fight. So why did they agree to these fights? That's why I don't understand these situations. Why?
With a fight,
That was such a stupid
this
decision.
would be the best solution. Men settling their differences like men, but at the same time, we would all get to find out who was full of crap. Would it be Xu Xiaodong, or would it be Wei Lei, the magic man? Also, the fact that it's the classic kung fu story of the leaders of two dojos
Yeah, it's cool as hell.
challenging each other. I will show you that my wushu is the strongest in all of Beijing. I mean, that is literally the plot of almost every single kung fu movie. It's perfect. So in 2017, in Chengdu, China, the fight took place. So who would win? Would it be the cheeky
The magic.
upstart Xu Xiaodong, or would it be the Grandmaster Wei Lei, the magic man, who had studied Tai Chi for decades? Let's find out.
Yeah, I've seen this. I just want y'all to pay attention to his stance. The fuck is this shit? Oi, 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 stop him, brother. I like how the referee went up to them. I think Zhu hit him like 3 times on the ground with square punches in the face. 3 times in the face, no defense. And my ref goes and he's like, I wonder if he's gonna come back from this. He has a good chance, bro. I think he has a good chance. He's gonna reverse it with some magic, a lightning bolt to the chest. Brother, stop him! Jesus! He stopped on his own. Look at you. Yeah. Yeah, he stopped on his own.
20 seconds. Yeah,
Impressive,
Xu
huh?
Xiaodong won the fight.
What y'all don't understand is that that's his secret martial art, that's his magic. He thinks he's won the fight, but Zhu's gonna die in like 50 years. He's dead. He's poisoned. He's gone. He's dead.
Right, in just 20 seconds, proving that Wei Lei was no magic man. Wei Lei lied to us. He wasn't magic. There is no magic. I feel betrayed. The fight went viral all over China, and then all over the world. And the martial arts masters of China
Oh my
were
god.
absolutely furious at this because it kind of delegitimizes their entire industry. People were really mad at Xu Xiaodong, especially business tycoon Chen Sheng, who actually offered a prize of $1 million to any Tai Chi fighter who could beat.
If it was any fighter, I was like, wait, what? Why did we not see him? But
Shoot.
it's Tai Chi fighters.
In a fight.
Do Tai Chis have tournaments? Like spar tournaments and stuff like that, like karate has? And most of the sports, like combat sports have? Do they have that? I have no idea. I don't know anything about Tai Chi almost.
And shortly after this, Xu Xiaodong and his family started receiving death threats. After seeing the fight, all of the Kung Fu masters said that Xu Xiaodong fought like a mad dog, thinking that this would insult him. But instead, Xu
Pretty
just
cool
took it
title.
on as his nickname,
Yeah.
Mad Dog. But the hatred against Xu went a lot deeper than just some angry Kung Fu masters on the internet. This is China, where questioning the status quo is a very dangerous thing to do.
Gets you spanked,
And
boy.
what Xu was doing was viewed as a direct attack on Chinese culture. So the government stepped in. The Chinese government ordered Xu Xiaodong to remove very, very many posts from his social media accounts, primarily the posts calling out the Kung Fu masters. And the government also ordered for several of his social media accounts to be shut down. But the thing that really got to Xu, the thing that wounded him the deepest, was when he was disowned by his own Shicha House school, where he had learned to fight and where he had worked for so many years. And not only did the school disown him, they completely erased everything about him.
That's
every
fucked.
picture, every trophy, anything that was even remotely.
I like how China thinks this shit's gonna roll in 2020 or 2019, whatever this happened. It's like we don't have the internet. This shit went viral, bro. We're gonna know for this shit for the rest of our lives. It's not gonna go under the rug. It doesn't work like that anymore. China doesn't work like that anymore.
Related to him was removed from the school and the school's website. And they even took it further by banning all students, even ones that Xu Xiaodong had taught himself, from even speaking about Xu Xiaodong. And to make things even worse, the government ordered Xu Xiaodong to remove any and all references of him talking about his beloved school from all of his social media accounts.
我现在
Oh, I've seen
我
this
打
as
你
well.
啊！你中国舞协出来了，
This was a pretty sad
告诉
video.
什刹海，把我的名字除掉，没关系。那么我的微博，大家看看，他们说徐晓东，你把你微博只要有什刹海的名字，你都给我删了。你不许有什刹海的名字出现，因为你打击传统武术。我20年待的地方，说没就没了。
20 years.
我在我自己的微博上，我写我很光荣，我是什刹海的教练，也不让我打了，都他妈让我删了，因为中国舞协说了，不能让我有名。我现在全世界有名，是我徐晓东打出来的。
The harassment of Xu got so bad that students from the Chen
Oh
school
yeah, I've
of Tai
seen these
Chi
cunts as well.
actually
Yo, I've seen most of these videos. What the hell? So he had a couple of clowns attack him in a hotel or some shit. Pathetic.
stalked Xu
Pathetic.
and tracked him down to a hotel where they tried to intimidate him by surrounding him and standing in front of him when he was trying to leave. The hotel staff stepped in to try
I
and
mean, we saw what their teacher could do, so I wouldn't be too afraid if I was my boy Xu. I wouldn't be too afraid, okay?
resolve the situation, as they were worried that there was going to be a mass brawl because neither Xu nor the Chen students were backing down.
Oh, man.
And eventually the police were called, but when the police arrived on the scene, they for some reason started shouting at Xu Xiaodong as if it was somehow his fault. But Xu wasn't going to take any of this lying down, so he simply made new social media accounts and kept calling out these fake kung fu masters and challenging them to fight.
That's a big dick move. Can you imagine your government saying, hey bro, stop doing that shit? And you're like, okay. 2 days later, you're like, hey, it's me, Zhu number 2. Where all my bitches at? Where all my kung fu bitches at?
So, a kung fu
It's a big
master
dick move.
named Ma Baogu stepped
Oh,
forward
yeah.
and accepted Xu Xiaodong's invitation to fight. And the date was set for June 2017 in Xu's dojo. But just as this fight was about to start, Chinese police stormed the building and shut the fight down and led Xu Xiaodong away. It was rumoured that it was actually Ma Baogu's nephew who contacted the police. Now, we don't know if he just did this of his own.
Hey, the nephew saved his life, bro. Saved his last 2 brain cells from practicing ancient kung fu.
Record, or if he was working with his uncle because his uncle turned into a great big yellow belly scaredy chicken and wanted an excuse to back out of the fight with Xu Xiaodong. We don't know, but either way, the cops came in and shut down the fight. The Chinese government then banned Xu Xiaodong from holding tournaments in his own gym. However, in April of 2018, Xu Xiaodong was able to set up another fight with a Wing Chun master named Ding Hao, who had gotten sick of...
Oh no, look at him, he brought out the props. My boy brought out the kitchen knives.
Of Xu's crap because they were always smack talking each other on social media. But fortunately, this resulted in another fight being set up. But this was now a proper fight. It was being televised and being streamed online.
Shit.
It was being governed by a professional body, and it was even in a proper venue. This was a proper professional fight. So the match started. Xu, the Mad Dog Xiaodong, versus the Wing Chun master, Ding Hao.
Ding Hao.
And it went exactly as you would expect. Cue the music.
Oh yeah, I saw this. Listen, I don't know what kind of professional organization they got in fucking China, but why are they fighting in the middle of a hotel with nothing on the ground? I feel like if someone falls down, they're gonna die. I've seen this fight, it's pretty entertaining. This guy actually tried to throw punches, which is substantially better than the last guy that got his ass whooped without doing anything. This one tried to throw punches. Didn't work out that well. He wasn't really good at throwing punches, okay? Somehow, after who knows how many decades of studying a martial art, you cannot throw a punch. I don't know how that works. I don't know, but Oh, those uppercuts were... Oh. Oh. Y'all saw that fucking knee to the face? Oh. That killed his last wushu? I watched the referee did more damage to Xu than the other dude the whole fight. He was gonna soccer kick him. He was gonna do a Wanderlei. He was gonna fucking soccer kick him.
Ding Hao. More like Ding Ao.
Please.
Anyway, despite Xu Xiaodong
Wait.
clearly...
Yo, I don't know what him and his girlfriend are up to, but having handcuffs in the house usually means some kinky shit, so...
pulverizing
Nice
Ding
one,
Hao
Count.
for that entire match, and Xu Xiaodong clearly being the winner. The fight was ruled a draw.
Look at his face. Look at his face. You cannot even tell it's the same person. It looks like he aged 20 years just by getting punched in the face.
A judge actually ruled that fight a draw. Was this judge watching the same match as the rest of us?
Nah, it's obvious.
How the hell could this judge watch this match
China.
and rule it a draw? Well, after the match, the judge sat down for an interview to explain his reasoning.
Oh, I've not seen this. 1 second.
几秒吧？有跟别人商量过吗？ 没有，我就在台上，现场视频我就在台上。
Ah.
就完全是你自己一个人的决定。
对。
Wait, isn't it the rule usually to have like fucking 3 judges at least? I know in boxing they have like 5 or is it 3? I know in MMA they have like 3, I think.
就是我当时现场那么乱，我就看到那个
It was really
现场的时候
chaotic after the match. I didn't have any extra
我没有
thoughts.
什么想法，我就觉得我就应该那么说出来。
你为什么会判平局？
我不是从专业角度。
I didn't just look at it from a professional angle. I looked at many layers. What layers? The layers of uppercut my boy Zhu was handed on him, the couple of knees he took on him, the fucking three throws he went with, or did you take it by the amount of time the other guy was on the ground begging for his life? What kind of layers did you look at, boy?
是从很多层面上看。
Which layers? It felt like a draw.
站在擂台上，然后敢于去打。
Having the courage to go in the ring. So if I go in the ring with Zhu and I survive like 3 minutes of him bashing my face in, it's a draw. I get it.
我本身就是。
I don't seem to understand how scary Zhu is to these people. He's so scary that if you go in the ring with him, it's an automatic draw. You're so brave, it's draw.
我觉得就是这样，然后也没有像雷那样被打的这个是吧？当然了，可能有经验的原因但是我觉得应该算是平局。
但是看完那场比赛的观众也包括我们在网上看这视频，都认为就是。
Hey, careful, buddy. Careful, fatter guy. Or you might get your social media accounts deleted. Careful.
没有悬念的是获得了这场比赛的胜利，因为差不多把那个丁浩打倒了5-6次嘛。在这种情况下判这场比赛平局，您不觉得你这个判法有问题吗？
我不管，所有人可以骂我呀。你们觉得我判的不对，都可以骂我，随便。我作为赛事方，然后我又作为。
I'm the host. I can take it. I seem to be taken the ass by the Chinese government a lot, buddy.
作为中国传武来说，最起码在我们的这个平台上做出了第一步。
Took a first step in this ring.
来讲，如果除掉那些因素，就是你说的那些非比赛的因素，你觉得徐晓东跟丁浩之间的比赛谁赢了？
谁赢谁输，我不是专业的，我也不好。
But you made that judgment, you fuck. You judged the match. What do you mean I'm not supposed to make a judgment because I'm not an expert? What the
So the fight judge, who is supposed to be an expert in fighting, which is why he would have been hired as the fight judge, says that he doesn't want to pass judgment on a fight that he already judged because he's not an expert, even though as a fight judge,
200 IQ.
You're supposed to be an expert in fighting. So how the hell did that happen? Welcome to China. But Xu Xiaodong wasn't going to let this totally not government influenced decision hold him back from going after the fake Kung Fu master. And the next master that Xu Xiaodong put his
the old guy,
crosshairs
isn't
on
it?
was a man named Zhu Li Chao.
Is it the old
now,
guy?
Zhu and Zhu Li Chao had smack talked each other a lot online, but Zhu Li Chao had never accepted any of Zhu's invitations to fight.
For an ass
So
whooping.
Xu Xiaodong just turns up at the guy's house and challenges him face to face. Despite all of Zhu Li Chao's big, brave smack talking over the internet, now that he was face to face with Xu Xiaodong, he kept making excuses and dancing around the subject.
I just want y'all to look at this guy. Does he look like a martial artist? The old guy? Not really, right?
But after enough pushing and provoking by Xu Xiaodong, Zhu Li Chao eventually agreed to fight. However, the fight ended up not happening for reasons that I wasn't actually able to figure out. After this, another professional match was set up between Xu Xiaodong and a master named Tianyi, and this time
I
it
might
would be
have not
done
seen
with
this
gloves, and this time there was money on the line.
Oh.
An unknown Chinese millionaire apparently said to Tianyi that he would give him 30 million yuan, which is about £3.5 million, if he was able to beat Xu Xiaodong.
Bro, if someone gives me that much cash to beat someone in a fight, I don't give a fuck. I'ma poison your ass. I'ma call someone to break your legs a day before the fight. You gotta go all out, boy. You gotta go all out. Okay, maybe the breaking of the legs is not that good of an idea because he won't be able to get to the ring. But all sides, I'll get that dude, the referee, the first fight. I want that guy on my side.
In a fight. So the fight started, and Xu Xiaodong burst Tianyi open in the first round.
Oh, he's doing stuff. Ooh. Oh, my boy looks drunk already. Oh, he looks punch drunk already. Oh no.
Then, in what I found to be pretty unusual behaviour for a professional fight, instead of applying ice and Vaseline to stop the bleeding and getting straight back in there,
what they do?
Tianyi's corner started fully bandaging up his wound, which put the whole fight on hold. Xu Xiaodong made fun of this by dancing around the ring, acting really bored, and at one point it looked like he was going to fall asleep. But he was getting visibly annoyed at the fact that he was being made to wait. And then they finally bandaged...
Bro, what did they do to this dude's face? How is he supposed to fight with this? I know he has some ancient kung fu martial art magic, but unless that magic allows him to see in the dark, to see through cloth, I don't think this is gonna... He ain't Daredevil, okay? He ain't Daredevil. I don't think this is a very good idea, China. What the fuck?
Up
Look at him, he doesn't know where he is.
What is this? What the hell is this? Can he even see? Can he even see? Not only are you applying bandage...
What y'all don't understand is that he fights better blind. He has studied this ancient Chinese tradition for 20 years. Blind, he is as strong as 10 men. With his eyes, he is not 1 man. Blind, he can be 10 men.
In the middle of a fight, but you've made this guy look like the most budget Tokyo Ghoul cosplay that I've ever seen. And then, finally, they finished and the fight continued, with Tianyi looking like the burned man from Fallout New Vegas.
True.
And the refs were obviously all in favour of Tianyi.
That was a mean
because
fucking...
every time Xu started doing some big damage, the ref would stop the fight. So Xu Xiaodong knew that if he was going to win this fight, he would have to do it quick.
Finish that shit, bro. Finish that fight.
So he did.
A minute and 30 seconds. That's enough time to kill him. Oh! Was that body or head? Was that body? It was body. Oof. Oh. A flying knee to the body.
So Xu Xiaodong
fat sack.
won yet another fight against a supposed kung fu master. And everyone was furious. But the people that were most furious was the Chinese government. Who still saw what Xu was doing as an attack on Chinese culture. And after the Tianyi fight...
I think they study Tai Chi and shit like that in school, so that's why it's so personal to the government. Like, they have it in their education system and other parts of their, world. I think. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure I've seen them study that shit in school. Which is not bad. I mean, it's not bad with that.
Excuse to knock the wind out of Xu's sails. A while back, Xu Xiaodong was actually sued by a kung fu master called Chen Xiaowang, and the court ruled in favour of Chen. Xu wanted to challenge the decision and submitted an appeal, and the appeal went on for a very long time. But after the Tianyi fight, the Court of Appeals ruled in favour of Chen Xiaowang, and Xu Xiaodong was ordered to pay Chen Xiaowang $60,000 in damages, and also to apologise to Chen for 7 consecutive days on social media.
What?
And the outcome of this court's decision resulted in Xu Xiaodong's social credit score being lowered. A lot of you already know what China's social credit score is, but for those of you that don't, let me explain. In China, they have a grading system for their citizens where each citizen is given a score, just a series of numbers according to that citizen's behaviour. If your social credit score is a high number, you're a good citizen. If your social credit score is a low number, you're a bad citizen. Chinese citizens who are pro-government and do pro-government things have high scores. Chinese citizens who are anti-government and do anti-government things have low scores. And your social credit score dictates a lot of what you are actually able to do in China. And to give you an example of what happens to you if your social credit score gets lowered, we can look at what happened to Xu Xiaodong after his social credit score got lowered. I'm just going to read it from this list to make sure I have everything covered.
Jesus.
Xu Xiaodong was banned from owning property, banned from renting property.
Wait. So you cannot have property and you cannot rent property. So where do you live?
Staying in hotels, basically live outside. He was banned from shopping in certain shops. He was disqualified from many government services. He was disqualified from many government benefits. And he was also not allowed to use high-speed trains or buy plane tickets.
The
Chinese government also censored Xu Xiaodong's name from internet search results, and it also censored media outlets that spoke about him in a positive way.
Jeez.
But despite all of this, another match was set up between Xu Xiaodong and a Wing Chun master named Lu Gang.
I've seen this.
That's Lu Gang, not Lu Kang. Lu Gang. But in order to avoid any backlash for this fight, Xu Xiaodong accepted the fight under a pseudonym, under a fake name, and he also painted his face so that no one could recognise that it was him. I mean, he's still wearing the exact same style of shirt that he always wears, and like you can blatantly see it's him. It's clearly him, but you know, hey ho, whatever. But because Xu Xiaodong's social credit score had been lowered to the point where he couldn't ride high-speed trains or buy plane tickets, it took him 36 hours to reach the fight venue. Jeez. And he had to take small cramped trains that he couldn't lie down and sleep in. So by the time the fight started, Xu Xiaodong hadn't slept in 42 hours.
Jesus.
But despite all of that, Xu Xiaodong still got in the ring and still beat the living daylights out of the guy.
Yeah, this fight is the one I was like, okay, how did they even allow this shit to happen? I just want you to look at it.
The fight ended up being stopped after just a few minutes because Xu Xiaodong had broken Lu Gang's nose, and because it seems that this fight was actually judged fairly, Xu Xiaodong was declared the winner. After this fight, however, Xu Xiaodong couldn't go to bed and get some much deserved and much needed sleep because he had to go on social media and begin his court-ordered 7 days of apologising to Chen Xiaowang. But Xu Xiaodong completed his 7 days of apologising and paid off his fine and his court costs. And because Xu Xiaodong had completed his punishment, his social credit score was restored back to normal.
Thank fucking
Shortly
God.
after this, Ding Hao comes back and publicly calls out Xu on social media and challenges him to another fight.
Bro, did he beat you so bad you thought you actually had a draw? What the fuck is wrong with you? Do you still remember my fist? No one does, buddy. It did not exist in the fight. What do you mean, do you still remember my fist? What fist? Maybe you should have taken your little kitchen knives to the fight.
你还记得我的传统吗？
No.
上次没人 KO 你，算你走运。我一定要在公开的擂台上打败你，KO 你。
Mate, what are you talking about? You got absolutely battered.
Yeah.
Shut up. Despite the call out, no one, not even Xu, took it seriously.
Oh, come on.
Because of how badly Deng Hao got beaten last time. So everyone just sort of laughed at him. However, a new challenger had entered the scene. A master of the Iron Palm, who challenged Xu Xiaodong to a fight and said that his Iron Palm would break Xu Xiaodong's arm. Xu Xiaodong replied, Palm would break Xu Xiaodong's arm.
Wow. Impressive.
Xu Xiaodong replies, making fun of the guy, but also says, alright, let's do it, but tell you what, let's make it interesting. I will bet you 200,000 yuan, which is about £22,000, that your Iron Palm will not be able to break my arm. So let's do it. Name a time, name a place. The Iron Palm guy then completely poops his pants and makes a response video to Xu Xiaodong, apologizing to him.
He even brought the Adidas jacket. Why are you putting Adidas in such a bad situation, brother?
And asking for his forgiveness. So things had finally gotten back to normal for Xu Xiaodong. His social credit score was back to normal, his court case was over, and he was even holding...
Okay, how did that guy go from from showing his wank hand real quick to I'm sorry, do not punch me in the face, buddy.
Fights again in his own gym.
The fuck?
So what does Xu Xiaodong do? Criticise the Chinese government's treatment of Hong Kong during the Hong Kong riots, which is a big no-no. He also met up with and befriended human rights lawyer Chen Qishi because they shared similar views on the subject. And as a result of this, the Chinese government wiped Xu Xiaodong's social media accounts again for the 8th time.
8? Jesus.
Then, shortly after that, everyone got hit with the bug. The bug that I'm not going to mention because I just got my ads back and I would like to keep them. And because of that, China went into full lockdown. So, no martial arts, no challenges, no fights, no nothing. Then, during the lockdown, Xu Xiaodong's friend, Chen Qishi, mysteriously disappeared while reporting on China's handling of the outbreak. Xu Xiaodong showed great concern over this, and he made it public that Chen Qishi could not in any way be contacted by any of his friends or family. And whenever his friends or family asked the Chinese government where he was, the Chinese government told them that he was merely being isolated in quarantine, and they refused to give any further information as to his whereabouts. Xu Xiaodong continues to rail against the Chinese government, demanding that they release Chen Qishi, because Chen disappeared in February of this year and hasn't been heard from since. Xu Xiaodong also defended another author by the name of Fang Fang, who wrote the very notable blog, The Wuhan Diary, which detailed the struggles that the people of Wuhan were going through due to the lockdown, and also the violent authoritarianism they had suffered at the hands of the government. Fang Fang received a lot of backlash for publishing her blog, and Xu Xiaodong's old nemesis, Wei Lei, from the fight that started it all, actually instructed other martial artists to hunt down Fang Fang and punish her.
Hey, listen, that sounds pretty bad, but it's okay. They cannot fight. They can't do much to her or him. I'm not sure what Fang Fang is, but they can't do much to her or him, so it's okay.
Wei Lei said, "Now I am calling on the Wuhan martial arts community. Fang Fang hasn't left China yet, and she hasn't left Wuhan, so you should denounce Fang Fang. Please use your fists for justice and punish this Chinese traitor. Xu Xiaodong went absolutely mental over this, calling out Weili on social media, saying that he was a pathetic coward for trying to get martial artists to beat up a tiny 50-year-old woman.
Oh, she's 50.
So where is Xu Xiaodong now?
Hey, I kind of like her chances. We saw the guy fight. I kind of like her chances, okay? Even if she's had zero martial art experience, I kind of like her chances.
He is still in Beijing, China, and he still wants to keep doing what he's doing.
Beating up people.
But 2020, being the way that it is, Xu Xiaodong's career has come to a complete standstill because he can't do any of the things he wants to do because of the lockdown. But he is still very active on YouTube. Yes, he has a YouTube channel called Brother Dong's Hot Takes, where he gives commentary on the Asian MMA world and various other things. The problem is, it's all
Chinese.
in Mandarin, so get wrecked, English speakers. So it's been a very quiet year for him due to the lockdown, but I hope that once all of this is over, if it's ever over, that he continues doing what he's doing,
Punching
and
people in the
pissing
face.
people off, and beating up fake kung fu masters. Also, a big thank you to Fight Commentary Breakdowns for helping me with the research to this video, and also for helping me source all of the footage. If you want to subscribe to his channel, you can find a link for that down below. I know that I usually do Mad Lads on people whose story is over, so that I don't miss anything that they do in future. But given the waves that Xu Xiaodong is making in China, I thought it would be a good bet to make this video now, you know, just in case the Chinese government decides to suddenly end his story. Stay safe, man.
It's Count Dankula on YouTube. Everybody subscribe.
Okay. Quick thank you to the patrons. Pedro Martins, Classical Union, Robert, Princess, Waster, Fuels, Chicken Senior, Hilter, and Lemon and Moon, and Icebot. Thank you all for the support to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, everybody. Have a nice fucking day.